Time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing.
Your thoughts, guys?
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry.
When we come to the retirement shit, like you serious about this?
Yeah, for sure.
Gervonta Davis has announced his retirement from boxing, but not everyone is taking it seriously. Just hours after the announcement, Floyd Mayweather threw shade at his former protege with subtle jabs and sarcastic comments, making it clear he's not convinced. As tensions between the two continue to build, Mayweather's reaction has fans questioning whether Davis is truly stepping away or just making headlines.
So I'm sure by now many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazier, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in.
In a podcast with rapper Lil Yachty, Gervonta Davis confirmed he's likely to step away from boxing by the end of 2025, citing a desire to focus on family, education, and personal growth. The WBA lightweight champion first dropped this bombshell at the launch of his fight with Lamont Roach, stating, "After next year, I'm out of it. It's over with. I'm fed up." However, he later clarified that it's more of a break than a full retirement, admitting he's still unsure about walking away completely.
Retirement shit, like you serious about this?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But why, bro? I just feel like you know it's too early. I feel like you fucking with us at this point. Like at this point, it's like you joking. Is this to sell a fight? Like, be real.
No, I mean, I ain't say I'm like retiring like after this fight, but for sure, like after this year, I'm retiring. After next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight, you're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fight.
Davis made his professional debut on February 22, 2013, at the D.C. Armory in Washington, D.C., against Desi Williams. He wasted no time making his presence felt, scoring a devastating first-round knockout that signaled the arrival of a new force in boxing. More than just a win, it was the explosive start of a career defined by power, precision, and an unrelenting drive for greatness in the sport.
Of course. Make sure you bend your knees. Did anybody get the number of that bus? Of course. You hear me now?
I had to cut one too.
I had to cut one too.
Daddy said, "Oh, you can get it."
I gave you.
Hey,
sit on the table. Do it again. Oh, give me the hand. I'll catch your hand. Good. Catch it together. Good. Good. Make sure you catch it with your hand, man. I don't trust your hand, man.
You want to do it?
No.
Want to do it? 21st minute. You fighting that?
I don't think so.
A key influence in Davis's rise was boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr., who took him under his wing in 2015. Mayweather's mentorship went beyond boxing skills, with Davis viewing him as an older brother. As a sign of this personal bond, Mayweather once bought Davis a $60,000 Jeep, a gesture that symbolized his belief in Tank's talent and future success.
Gervonta Davis is a boxing sensation. He has a lot of knockouts, 11-0, 10 knockouts. But here's the thing, Floyd Mayweather has taken him under his wing and he bought him a brand new car. Floyd doesn't buy cars for a lot of people. Tell me about that. Tell me about the car that he bought, and how did you respond when he said, we're going to get you a car today?
As he didn't tell me at first, his mom had a crash on her car.
Okay.
So he went to the dealership and went to go get her joint fixed. So I was out eating, so he called me. He always told me he was gonna give me a car and stuff like that, give me a place and all that. But he had a lot going on, you know, and I wasn't rushing him because I knew he had a lot going on. So this particular day, he just called me. I was out eating. So he called me and was like, I'm about to have someone to pick you up. Just be ready. So I was out eating. So I was like, okay, I'm ready now. So they came pick me up. Then he took me to the dealership. So he let me test drive this, and he also let me test drive a Charger. The Charger was too fast, and he was like, everybody at the gym has them.
That's true, they do.
Yeah, he was like, we want to get you something different. So.
Well, you're from Baltimore. You need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore. Yeah. I've watched the news.
Yeah.
Their relationship went beyond contracts.
It was rooted in mentorship and mutual respect. Davis often credited Floyd not just with elite boxing strategies, but also with instilling the confidence and discipline that helped shape him into a champion poised for lasting greatness.
Baltimore, you need a Jeep on the streets of Baltimore. Yeah. I've watched the news.
Yeah.
What did they say back home when everybody saw the story that Floyd Mayweather bought you a very expensive car?
Not only that he bought me an expensive car, he took me in.
Took you interest in you and your career, yeah?
Yeah, as a fighter, also as a, you know, Floyd old enough to be my son, so I wouldn't say a big brother, so he, like a father figure and stuff like that, he took me in, and, you know, he been treating me good since I knew him. You know, he been not only in the boxing, like, working with me on boxing, he showed me, like, the business side and all that type stuff, and he showed me a lot, and I appreciate him, and I love him forever for that.
We all see the news, and many times people say negative stuff about Floyd. From your experience with him, from the fact that he bought you a car, which he didn't have to, because there are a lot of fighters here, and he doesn't buy them cars. What does that say about him?
Just not only that him giving me stuff, because all that stuff did get taken away. You know, it's just the knowledge that he give me, like when we one-on-one, when we running and stuff like that, that he showed me, and he not only showed me but teach me and stuff like that. So I'm forever grateful for that.
Give me a tour of the Jeep really quick. What do we got?
Unlock this real quick. This the newest Jeep that just came out, Rubicon.
Despite his early successes, tensions eventually surfaced between the two. Davis grew frustrated over what he saw as Mayweather's attempts to control his career and limit his opportunities. In 2022, he left Mayweather Promotions, seeking greater independence and aligning himself with advisor Al Heyman. The split sparked a series of public disputes, with Davis accusing Mayweather of undermining him, even barring him from training at his gym. In a deleted tweet, Davis wrote, "What? That Floyd's petty, said I couldn't use his gym anymore. I don't give."
An issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was. For real? That's what I was told at the time. So
in 2024, Davis further cemented his reputation as one of boxing's most electrifying talents. On June 15th, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, he faced Frank Martin in a bout that tested him early. After a challenging start, Davis unleashed a devastating 8th-round knockout, landing his trademark left uppercut followed by a straight left hand that left Martin unable to continue. The win marked his 28th knockout in 30 fights, underscoring his dominance as a formidable force in the lightweight division.
With me, Matt Goddard, and this is my breakdown of Gervonta "Tank" Davis, who is arguably the best puncher in boxing and without question one of the top 10 pound for pound fighters on the planet. Your position for him within those 10 is up for debate, but we're not going to talk about that today. Today, I'm going to give you a brief background of Gervonta's boxing record and his kind of bio, and then I'm going to go into the breakdown of what makes him such a fantastic fighter. Okay, so first and foremost, Tank is now 30-0 with 28 knockouts. It's like a 93% knockout ratio, which is crazy. I believe it's the highest knockout percentage of any current world champion, I believe. I would imagine Inoue is close to that, but pretty impressive anyway. He's 29 years old. He's a southpaw. He's 5'5"-ish, 5'5.5" maybe.
However, Davis shocked the boxing world when he announced plans to retire at the end of 2025, bluntly stating there's nothing left in the sport for him. At a press conference ahead of his rematch with Lamont Roach, he declared, "This is trash. I'm out. I'm fed up. I don't care about belts. I just want to get my money and get out." He pointed to mental fatigue, the pressures of fame, and the recent birth of his son as key reasons for stepping away, describing boxing and its spotlight as a draining experience he no longer wants to endure.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Despite his undefeated record and multiple world titles, Davis's recent performances and outside issues have cast a shadow over his achievements. His latest fight, a controversial draw against Lamont Roach Jr., has raised questions about his future in the sport. While some insiders speculate he could return to the ring if his finances run low, Davis seems determined to retire and focus on personal growth and family life.
So by now, many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazier, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in. And many people are sending it to me in drones. Have I seen it? I told you guys Gervonta Tank Davis is in a unique place. I told you guys this a couple of days ago, that Gervonta Tank Davis, along with his situation outside the sport of boxing, has put him in limbo. But y'all said I was capping. Gervonta Tank Davis' team, as I told you guys, stated that they are uncertain about what's going to come of his case. Gervonta Tank Davis is frustrated with that. He's also frustrated with the way the Premier Boxing Champions is handling his career. Al Heyman is no longer in charge as Louis DeCubas, Senior and Junior. Al Heyman is not running things with the PBC anymore. He is not. Right?
Some believe Davis's promotional team has carefully chosen opponents to favor him, limiting his exposure to tougher challenges. Critics argue that to truly cement his legacy, he must face champions in other divisions, particularly in the 135 pounds and 140 pounds weight classes, to prove his mettle against the sport's elite. Despite his retirement plans, Davis has stated he intends to fight 3 more times before leaving the ring. His next bout is a rematch with Lamont Roach Jr., and while future opponents remain unconfirmed, possible matchups include rematches with Ryan Garcia and potential clashes with Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney.
Promoter Gary Jonas shed some light on the negotiations for the rematch. While he didn't give too many details, Jonas did say that the second bout between Davis and Roach Jr. is all but finalized. Let's hear what he got to say right now.
important question on everyone's mind. How close is the rematch? How big will it be? How close is it to getting done?
Very close. It's in my mind, it's a done deal, but there are formalities, but it's a done deal, and it's not far.
Former two-weight world champion Tim Bradley didn't hold back when talking about Davis, declaring, "Tank is done." Speaking to the Ring magazine after ESPN's final Top Rank broadcast, Bradley said Davis has mentally checked out of boxing, hung him up, shoes off, put a plaque up. He argued that Davis is simply fed up with the politics of the sport, more interested in securing a big payday, and has already retired in his mind, even if he hasn't made it official yet.
Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solo, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
Shakur Stevenson didn't hold back when addressing Davis's retirement plans, calling them soft. Speaking during an interview at the Ring Magazine Awards in London, Stevenson said, "If he wants to retire with the career that he got, then go ahead and do whatever you got to do. I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on him." Many skeptics have claimed Davis's announcement was fake, a publicity stunt to build intrigue and money, similar to other fighters who retired for leverage. Critics point out he has made similar claims whenever a big fight fell through, but insiders insist this time is different. Reports from Rick Glazer suggest Davis has told those close to him that he's fed up and intends to step away, possibly until his money runs low, with no intent to fight again. Past dismissals of his retirement talk as mere bait overlook his documented emotional exhaustion, family commitments, and desire for personal growth.
With the career that he got, then go ahead and do whatever you got to do. So I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on him.
Do you still think that fight's possible? I know he might have a break after that fight with Lamont Roach, but do you feel like you guys could fight 2025 or 2026?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't into chasing people around. I mean, if he's willing to fight, I'm ready to fight, and I think it should happen, but I ain't gonna lie, I can't sit there and chase you and then, he could try to make it seem as though I need him and I don't need him, so.
Boxing icon Mike Tyson has publicly praised Davis, saying that if Tank maintains his current form, he's on track to become a legend in the sport. In an interview with TMZ, Tyson stated, "Tank is a great fighter. He'll be a legend too, if he keeps fighting at the level he's currently at." Later, in a conversation with Sports Illustrated, Tyson included Davis on his list of the most exciting current fighters, alongside names like Terence Crawford and David Benavidez, reaffirming the attention and respect Tank commands in elite boxing.
Would you ever remake your famous video game? Bring it to the next generation consoles, my friend?
Hey, I'm just happy to be alive. Thank
What
you.
about, what do you think about people comparing Tank Davis to you? What do you think about that?
Tank is a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do you think about them comparing him to you? You're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you.
Observers have speculated on the reasons behind Davis's thoughts of retirement. Some believe he may be bored, having already faced and defeated many of the opponents he aimed to conquer. Others point to the pressures and demands of the sport causing burnout, pushing him towards stepping away. Whatever the reason, it's clear Davis is wrestling with complex emotions as he considers his future.
He's just done with boxing. He does not enjoy it anymore. It's very clear that he just does not want to box anymore, and that's okay. He went into more detail about why he wants to retire after 2025, and it basically just comes down to he's tired of fighting, he's tired of getting punched in the face, he's not worried about his legacy. He said that he has his legacy in his city, and that's all he's worried about. He did also say that he wants to go to therapy, and he feels like if he goes to therapy now while he's boxing, he won't have that same fire inside of him, and he won't even be able to mentally get prepared for a fight. He also brought up his kids a lot, says he wants to be a lot softer for his daughters. He's got his son now, so he wants to be there for his son and be a good dad and not be getting beat up in the gym all the time. So honestly, I gotta respect it. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just worry about people's mental when they're at their lowest. Why do we have to see Tank lose to worry about his mental? Because Sonny Edwards just retired because of his mental. But he was at his lowest. So I don't think we have to see Tank get there to care about his mental. So if he wants to go and he wants to get his last 2-3 fights in, okay, great. Do that. And then go take care of yourself. Because he is young. And I think it's becoming more of a trend to retire when you're like 30, 31. Because Sonny Edwards, 28. Gervonta is going to retire at like 31, 32. And then even Jesse Bam Rodriguez says by the time he's 30, he doesn't really want to be in the sport anymore. But I think this does have a lot to do with them getting into the sport so young. When you're doing it from like the age of 12 or even sometimes younger for Tank, I believe he was younger. So when you've been doing it for that long, getting beat up for that long, I mean, it takes a toll on you. You just don't want to do it anymore. So I gotta respect it.
Why do you think Tank is stepping away from boxing? Share your thoughts in the comments below.